Welcome to Weekly Stock Picks, and I'm coming at you with some weekly stock picks. We're going to cover a few of the new plays for the week, and then I'm going to recap some of the old plays that are still viable. Ticker symbol CTRM or Castor Maritime. If you're on YouTube, you might have heard of this stock. They just expanded their fleet recently on good news. If you don't know, it's Castor, it's shipping, it's magic. We're a growth-oriented global shipping company engaged in the seaborne transportation of a wide range of dry bulk commodities along worldwide shipping routes throughout our ownership of dry bulk vessels. So this company did take a hit during the Roni, but it's bouncing back with a lot of support from the online community. So this is a very big momentum play in my opinion. It's seeing tons of volume. The stock's sitting at $1.47 right now. I would feel comfortable buying in at the 147 mark, maybe open up a small position. And then if it dips, buy more. If it dips again, buy more, kind of ladder it. So that way your average cost is lower. And then I'd probably jump out on profits, whatever you feel comfortable at, anywhere from 20 to 100% profits. This is more of a swing trade for me. I'll probably jump out on major profits. But if you did want to hold it long term, I can only see this company increasing over the months, the upcoming months here. You can see the interest level time on Google Trends last year in February. I mean, compared to the last few months, it's just absolutely skyrocketing in terms of the amount of volume and attention on the stock, and just the interest alone is going to help drive it for us. Lots of good, solid institutional ownership. I always like to see other companies, big money, backing the stock, as it gives me tons of confidence. Up next, we have some marijuana stocks for you. It is Hightide Inc., ticker symbol HITIF. It's on the penny stock market as well. I think anything under $5 is considered a penny stock anyway. So this had a little bit of a run up with the big, cannabis wave last week. And that's why I didn't do the video on it. I thought it would kind of blow over, and I waited. I wanted to make the video. I waited. And I think it's nearing the bottom. Right now it's at 61 cents. It's down 10%. From Friday. I'm going to open up a position of at least 1,000 shares on Tuesday. I feel like this would be a strong long-term investment. They have a strong balance sheet as well. We are the rising tide of cannabis, they said. Our management team is comprised of seasoned industry veterans with a goal to establish Hightide Inc. as the leading cannabis retail portfolio internationally. They kind of are spreading out and getting their foothold from Europe, Canada, and they're trying to open up in the United States. Since founding in 2009, Hightide has become a leader in cannabis retail, a global manufacturer and distributor of consumption accessories, and the most prominent accessories e-commerce platform in the industry. You can see right here in the corner, in quarter 3 of 19 to quarter 3 of 2020, they literally more than doubled their profits. A lot of us can see, just like we see the EV market growing, we can see the cannabis market growing as more and more places legalize it. It's only going to increase from here. And then you want to maybe jump into strong companies like this. This isn't even a swing trade. This is something I will hold probably for a long time. I really like Hightide, and there's a lot of reasons to. Another reason you might be interested in is Snoop Dogg is, I guess, a brand ambassador. He supports Hightide. So does Cheech and Chong, Trailer Park Boys, Jay and Silent Bob. They have just like branded accessories in general. All it takes is, with the stock this low, just some tweets. Having celebrities tweet the product and pump the product is like having a mini catalyst built into the stock. So you have a good, solid company that is growing aggressively, is making profits, doubling their profits over year, and you have a recipe for success, in my opinion. Notable investors, I believe Aurora dropped like 10 million a year or two ago on the company, which is awesome to see. Like, these big investors come in and show support for the stock. So CTRM and Hightide are two of the positions I'm going to open up on Monday. I have a Webull link in the description if you want to support the channel. You get free stocks, I get free stocks. I also have a Discord where we post everything, a Patreon where we post our picks. So definitely check the description for all the info if you want to support the channel further. Obviously, sub and like also does help us grow more than anything, actually. I started out doing these videos because I'm a streamer. I stream video games, actually, and I started making this as a side project because I got so many people asking me what plays am I into, what am I doing, what am I buying. So that's kind of why this channel even came out from nowhere, was just because my community asked me for it. But in addition to the other two plays, we're also looking at Romeo on dips. Romeo Power, they make the batteries for Workhorse and Oshkosh. So they're still on my radar. I believe Workhorse or Oshkosh is going to get the contract, and they're going to buy from Romeo. And there's been some hit pieces coming out on Romeo, and I think that's what's helping drive the stock down for us. I'll probably rebuy in. It looks like I missed the $16 dip on the 12th. Yeah, I'd be comfortable buying around the $16 to $17 mark for Romeo. You can keep it as a speculative play since we don't know. But it is an American company. They make American batteries. Biden's all about pushing American-made products and all this stuff. So it's a solid company. I'm still looking at Romeo, and it's basically on sale right now. Another sector that should be growing like crazy, in addition to EV, marijuana stocks, cannabis stocks, right? Also online gambling. It's the same thing like cannabis. As it gets legalized more places, just like gambling, as gambling gets legalized more places, you should see more and more revenue. And this stock has been waiting for a long time to break out. If you want to catch this wave, you should get in now. So many people have been waiting for months and months to get into this, for this to blow up. And yeah, this stock has been waiting around for a long time. So if you're impatient, we don't know when it's going to blow, but as soon as you get earnings or one or two catalysts, it should shoot up, in my opinion, to the $40 range, as I really believe in Golden Nugget. But I'm like a lot of you guys. I move my money out of it. I move it back in it. I'll sell it at 19. I'll buy back in at 17.50 or 18, whatever. But it's a great long-term investment, as they've only shown strong earnings, and it should only grow from here. Back in August, I bought, I think, 4,000 or 5,000 shares of Workhorse at around $15, and I sold at 42 recently. It peaked up at around this $42 mark. Let's go to the 5-day chart here. 41.82, just under 42. And I knew it would have a sell-off. I jumped out, and I'm happy I did. Again, Workhorse has a really good chance to win the USPS contract. Again, Biden is trying to push American companies. Workhorse is an American company. They're in the running for the big UPS contract. I believe they're going to get at least a portion of it. So I'm looking at getting in maybe if it drops even further to 35. I believe they're going to report soon here. We don't know when they're going to report who won the contract. It could literally be any day. It could be right now. We don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be toward the end of the month, maybe early March. They said the end of the fiscal year for the government, which I believe is sometime in March. So you have time to jump in. I might wait a little bit longer to jump back in, but we'll see. And then we have Dropbox, man. I think Dropbox is the opposite of a sexy stock. Like, it doesn't really have anything exciting or new or innovative. They're going to report their earnings at the end of February, I believe, like in 10 days. You can start to see the pre-anticipatory run-up right here. Dropbox is going to report awesome earnings, in my opinion, and I would buy it on any dips from here and sell it after earnings. It should get a nice little boost, and I could see it hitting $30 by the end of the month if it gets a little bit of traction. But again, it's just not sexy. A lot of investors, especially all the new retail investors, wave, they're looking for bigger gains, bigger flips. You knew it was coming. You didn't ask for it, but yeah, I hit you. I had put out an AMC video 1 or 2 days ago. I think Tuesday is going to be amazing for AMC. Again, this stock has been all over the place. It's been, fake short squeezed, sold off. They cut off buying. He drove the stock down, and then we've just been kind of holding around the 550 mark. I bought in a lot of shares at 550. I truly believe we're going to get some sort of spike at some point. At some point, I can see this hitting $10, and I would have almost doubled my money. And or you can hold to the moon, get those diamond hands and blast off into space. I saved this for last because it is mega speculative compared to all the other investments we talked about today. This definitely has the highest upside in the short term, but again, high risk, high reward. Remember, these videos are just for entertainment purposes only, all right? Make sure to come to your own conclusions. That way, when the stock jumps or dips, you have your own convictions to keep you in or out of the stock. Again, a like on the video would be much appreciated, as it does help the channel grow. Good luck in the market, investors, for the week. May the picks be with you, and I'll talk to everyone very soon. Peace out.